Hello friends, in this video we are going to see sample preparation. Now what do you mean by sample preparation? I want to tell you is, for studying the microstructure or before observing the microstructure under microscope, we need to do some operations over a surface or over a material which we are going to see under microscope. Okay, so if we want to study the microstructure or if we want to see the microstructure under microscope of any material, so before that we need to perform some operations over it. We need to go for some processes on that material so that we can clearly observe the various phases and defects which is lies within that metal. Okay, so before that we need to do some operations. So the sample preparation is the term which is telling us about all these operations. Okay, sample preparation means nothing but the operations which are very mandatory or important on that material surface to observe the microstructure clearly. Okay, so sample preparation tells us about all that operations. Okay, before that we perform on the material before metallography. Please see, I am starting. The surface of a metallographic specimen is prepared by various methods. See guys, what it is written here, the surface of a metallographic specimen is prepared by various methods of grinding, polishing and etching. Okay, what? Of grinding, polishing and etching. Then after preparation, it is often analyzed using optical or electronic microscopy. Please see that. That is what I am telling to you. Before placing any specimen or any workpiece under microscope, we need to go through some operations like grinding, which is termed as grinding, polishing and etching. So after preparation, after following these operations, we need to place your specimen under optical or electronic microscope. Then using only metallographic techniques, a skilled technician can identify alloys and predict material properties. Okay, so let's see what are these. So why sample preparation is important? Please see why it is important. Specimen of any material is observed under microscope of specific magnification power, example 600x. This is done to observe microstructure. Then the metallurgical microscope shows the reflected image of the microstructure. While preparing the specimen, the surface must be untouched. Okay, so whenever we are performing the operations on a material for clarifying the image of microstructure under microscope, so that specimen should be untouched. Okay, now sample preparation images. Please see guys, what it is written here, sample preparation images. Now what we are seeing here, please see, what are the sequential steps in sample preparation. This image, this tells us, you can see this, in this we are doing some grinding and in this we are seeing some arrangement that we did. So what are the sequential steps of sample preparation? Please see, first is cutting. You can see here, first is cutting, then second is mounting. Okay, then third one is grinding, then fourth one is polishing, and then your metallography. Okay, so one more step is there in between polishing and microscopy. There is a etching. Okay, that etching also is very important, that it is missed here. So what are the sequence? Cutting, mounting, grinding, polishing, etching and metalloscopy. Okay, or metallography. So guys, these are the some sample preparation images that we need to do before the specimen is placed under the microscope. What are these operations? Cutting, mounting, grinding, polishing, then etching and metalloscopy. So before placing your material or specimen under microscope, all these operations we need to perform over it. Okay, for getting clear image of microscope. These are some images, that is sampling, sectioning, mounting, grinding, polishing, etching, imaging and whatever it is. So let's see what do you mean by sectioning. So sectioning, it is the cutting of small volume of specimen of a convention size from large volume. See guys, what it is very simple. It is the cutting of small volume of specimen of convention size from large volume. Okay, sectioning is nothing but we need to cut one piece of small volume of that specimen from large volume, because it is it is impossible to place very large size material under microscope. That is why we need to cut a small section of workpiece or specimen which we need to do microscopy is. Okay, so in sectioning, what we did, we are cutting a small piece of specimen from large one. Okay, then mounting. Now mounting means what? Please see. It is nothing but holding the specimen in a small block of material, usually plastic, to ensure for the operation like grinding, polishing. Please see guys. It is nothing but holding the specimen in a small block. Okay, whatever will be the cutted section in sectioning process, what we did, we have cut one small piece of specimen from large one, and in mounting what we did, we have fixed that cutted specimen of small block into the some plastic or into some hard plastic material, so that we can fix it. Mounting means nothing but the fixing that cutted portion of material into some hard plastic material, so that we can easily perform grinding and polishing over it. Okay, the purpose of mounting is what? For making handling convenient and to protect the edges of specimen during grinding and polishing. Okay, the next is grinding. Now grinding is the operation is done which is done to remove scratches left from the previous cutting. Okay, see guys, what we are doing, sectioning. In sectioning means nothing but we are cutting the small piece of specimen from large one. So during that cutting, some scratches are happened, or some scratches are there on your specimen. So in mounting operation, what we did, we just fixed it into the plastic, surrounded by the plastic, but we can't remove the scratches over which is developed over it in mounting step. That is why the grinding is the next step, which is generally used for removing the scratches left from previous sectioning or cutting. Okay, and then polishing. The purpose of polishing is to remove damage produced during cutting and grinding. Okay, if there is a possibility to left some scratches by cutting and grinding also, so to remove that scratch which is developed which is not covered by grinding process, we are doing polishing. Okay, whatever the scratches left by cutting, that will be eliminated by grinding, and whatever the scratches left by grinding, that we eliminated by polishing. Okay, the next is etching. Now see, now after polishing, we need to go for etching. So this etching is a different process. Okay, it is a different process itself. Please see. So I want to revise you that first of all we have did sectioning, means we have cut one small piece of specimen. Then we have did what? Mounting. We have fixed it into the hard plastic. Then we have did grinding, means whatever the scratches left by cutting, we are removing that scratches in grinding process. Then we have done polishing. Whatever the scratches left by grinding, we have removed it by using polishing, and now we are at etching. Now see, what do you mean by etching is, so unetched but polished surface cannot be used for microscopy examination, as it does not show surface characteristics such as phases, inclusion, porosity, cracks, ingenious corrosion. See guys, what it is written, very informative. Unetched but polished surface, okay, cannot be used for microscopic examination. Why? As it does not show surface characteristics. Okay, if your surface is polished but not etched, then it can't show some surface characteristics such as cracks, corrosion, porosity, inclusion, and phases, because etching is a chemical. Etching means nothing but the washing your metal by some chemical, so that whatever will be the dust, whatever will be the impurities which are saturated on your metal surface, it should be cleared. Okay, so etching is defined as process to rever microstructure detail by selective attack of metal with an etching agent. Etching agent means nothing but etching agent is nothing but your chemical. Okay, so in etching process, what we did, we are bathing or we are washing your metal after polishing by some chemicals, so that all the ingredients which are saturated over it or deposited over it will be vanished completely. Okay, then etching agents are usually dilute acid or dilute alkaline. I have already told you that just earlier. I have told you etching agents are usually dilute acid, that is chemical, or dilute alkaline in water or some other solvent. Okay, now see how it is did. Okay, so these are some steps which we need to follow in etching. So what step number A is polished but uneached surface gives a clean image but no details about the microstructure of the specimen. See guys, polished but uneached. If we have polished the surface but we didn't perform etching, then it doesn't give clean image details about the microstructure. Then etched surface, when the specimen has grains with same orientations, only the grain boundaries are visible. When the specimen has grain oriented differently, in each grain reacts differently to give varying colors. Okay, so this means that etching is very important to see the details of the microstructure which are hidden within the metals. Okay, then these are some commonly used etchants. Some most commonly used etchants in metallography is, that is Collins number 1, Collins number 2 and Keller's etch. So these are some compositions that and quantities, concentrations, that how we need to use it. Okay, so you can see that, you can write that. Okay, we can read that. Okay, then these are some etching reagents which are used for different metals and alloy to give some proper images of microstructure. For iron and steel, we can use nickel etchant and pickerel etchant, and for copper and brass we can use ferric chloride. Then again, for aluminum and its alloy we can use Keller's etch, and for stainless steels we can use Villela's reagent. Okay, so these are all about the etching. So now it is completely done. After etching, we can do our specimen, we can do microscopy on our specimen. After etching, our specimen is completely ready for microscopy. Okay, so let's revise that what we have did today, or in this video we can see. So first of all, we see that sample preparation means what. For microscopy, this term is very important. Before microscopy, or before placing your material under microscope, we need to do some operations over it. So sample preparation is the term which tells us about all that operations, which comprising grinding, polishing, etching, mounting. Okay, so these are some sequential operations for sample preparations: cutting, mounting, grinding, polishing, etching and metalloscopy. Then sectioning means we have cut some small piece of specimen over a large size. Mounting, what we did in mounting, we have fixed that small piece in surrounded by hard plastic, so that hard plastic is hold that your cutted piece of metal. Okay, then grinding, whatever the scratches left by the cutting, we have remove it by using grinding. And polishing, whatever the scratches left by grinding, we have removed it by polishing. And etching, each uneached but polished surface cannot give a clear or exact image of microstructure, so that etching is very important. So etching means something but you are washing of your specimen by some dilute acid or dilute alkaline. Okay, so these are the some etching process, and these are some common etchants that we used, and these are some etchants which are used for different material. That is, for iron and steel we can use nickel and pickerel. For copper and brass we can use ferric chloride. For aluminum and its alloy we can use Keller's etch, and for stainless steel we can use Villela's reagent. So after this cutting, mounting, grinding, polishing, etching, after etching we can place our specimen under microscope for observing high magnified images of microstructure, and then only it is possible to clearly view the microstructure images. I think this content is helpful for you to understand what do you mean by sample preparation of microscopy. Thank you.